Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Punjabi Home Chef. Today's recipe is going to be paneer do pyaza, paneer with onions in there twice. So that's what we're making today, paneer do pyaza. If you're new to my channel, please do try to subscribe. That way you will receive notifications every time I put out a new video. Okay guys, let's make paneer do pyaza. Okay, to make our paneer do pyaza, we are going to need 3 onions. I'll show you how I'm going to cut these in a moment. Basically, 2 are going to be sliced and the other ones we're just going to cut. That's the paneer. That's 450 grams of paneer. I'm going to show you how to cut that as well. I've got about 200 grams of yogurt. I've got 2 teaspoons of garlic, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 3 tomatoes, just blended in the food processor. We're going to be using about 4 tablespoons of oil, 1 tablespoon of ghee. I've got 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala. I've got about 3 chilies. Obviously, you can adjust the chilies to your taste if you like more. That's down to you. I've got just under a teaspoon of turmeric powder. I've got a whole cumin here, and I've got 1 teaspoon of whole coriander and half a teaspoon of fennel. This we're just going to lightly crush in this pestle and mortar. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, 2 of the onions, we're just going to just slice them. We're just going to slice these 2 onions just like that. Oh, that's 2 onions there. And the other onion, we're just going to cut it into 4. There, take that a little bit off. And these, all we're going to do is just separate them, just like that. All of them just separate. Okay, so same with the paneer. What we're going to do, cut this in half. Basically, we're just going to cut them into little cubes, around about that size. If you want to cut them into any other shape you like, more than welcome to do that. This is the shape we normally cut them into. Okay, again, this is our coriander. Oops, not that one. Fennel seeds, half a fennel seeds. So 1 teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of fennel seeds or fennel, and just slightly crush that. That's it. Don't make it into a powder. Just that's what we're looking for. Just okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fry off the onions and fry the paneer. I've got some oil in here. Remember, this is separate to what we're actually going to be using to make the actual sauce. Okay, the first thing we're going to be putting in here is the fennel and the coriander. That goes in there. Straight away, the onions and the paneer. Going to fry this off on a high heat. Okay, and in here we are going to put in just a little bit of salt. Remember, this is separate to what I showed you earlier on. Just a teeny bit of turmeric powder and just a little bit of normal chili powder there. The paneer and onions have just got a little bit of colour. That's all we're looking for. It's been around 5 minutes. So as soon as we've got a little bit of colour on it, we're going to take this out. So we're going to take it out, put it aside, and then I'll go to the next step. Okay guys, in here I've got my 4 tablespoons of oil and 1 tablespoon of ghee. First thing in there is to go cumin and the bay leaf. Then the 2 onions. Okay, we're going to be frying these onions for around 6 to 7 minutes. Okay guys, our onions have been cooking for around 6-7 minutes. All we're trying to do is soften these. And in here now, we're going to put our garlic, 2 teaspoons of garlic, teaspoon of ginger, and the fresh chilies. Okay guys, it's been about 3-4 minutes. Now we're going to put in the tomatoes. When the tomatoes go in there, we're going to put the lid on and let that cook for around 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, take the lid off, give this a good old mix. We're now going to turn the heat off, take out the bay leaf, and then let this cool down. Once it's cold, it's very important to let it cool down. Once it's cold, we're going to put this through the blender and make a nice paste out of this. Right, while our onions are being cooled down, I'm going to get the yogurt here. In this yogurt, we're going to put in our Kashmiri chili powder, turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons of the coriander, and the garam masala. All goes in there. Not the salt will go later. Give that a good mix. Okay, the sauce has been put through the blender. I've got my pan back on the heat. All we're going to do now is put back the sauce, which I put through the blender, put it back in the pan. We're going to need that later. We're just going to put a bit of water in there, rinse it out. So I'll keep that aside. Now we're going to cook this until the oil separates. So basically we're just going to cook this until the oil separates. I'm going to put the lid on and we're going to come back to that in about 5 minutes. Keep on mixing it, keep on mixing it. It might take about 10 minutes until the oil separates. So lid on. Okay, it's been about 7-8 minutes. Let's have a look at this. Yes. The way I mean, the oil just started separating. And now we're going to put in here, we're going to put in our yogurt mixture. Give that a mix. I'm going to cook this out for another 7-8 minutes. Again, lid on. I'm going to come back to that in 2-3 minutes, give it a mix, then 2-3 minutes, give it a mix. Okay, it's been approximately 10 minutes since I put the yogurt mixture in there. So let's check. Yes, as you can see, the oil has started separating. That's what we want. When the oil separates, that means it's basically cooked. Now we'll put in a teaspoon of salt. And next to go in is the water. Remember the bowl I had the sauce in earlier? Paste. Just about 1 bowl of water in there. I'm going to cover this and let that cook. Okay, this has been cooking for around 10 minutes since I put the water in here. So now, I have been mixing it though in between. This is what we're looking for. Oil has separated. That's a sign of it being cooked. Lovely. Now it's time to put the paneer in here. Okay, now goes in the paneer which we fried earlier on, along with the onions. And now we're going to cook this for about 5 minutes, and then that's it. That should be done. Okay, it's been about 5-6 minutes since I put the paneer in there, and that's it. Looking nice. This is the kind of consistency we're looking for. Don't want any runnier than this. This is just about right. So it will dry up as it gets a little bit cooler. So this is it. This is done. Just gonna give this a quick garnish with fresh coriander, and then there you go. You can have this with roti, have it with naan. You can even have it with rice.